Xcn Xrp Xlm 100X gains. This is NC Hammer Crypto. My name's Neil. Keeping technical analysis short and sweet, always starting with Bitcoin. We have almost identical to what we have seen in previous history, so we can expect the upcoming days to represent something similar to this move upwards, which will actually bring the rest of the market up with it. So looking over at XCN, and hear me out, actually looking at Tornado. If you have not entered Tornado Cash, it's highly recommended. It is not financial advice. Shout out to McLaw for heeding my opinion and not my financial advice in entering into CTSI. But Tornado Cash can be traded on MEXC. There's a reference link in the description below. And if you use it, you get 10 USDT free. And with that 10 USDT, you used to be able to buy more than one when I was originally talking about Tornado Cash. Now you can get about half of one at current price. However, the next stops we are expecting at $22 to $26 or even a potential $39. If you have not entered, now is your time. That's around 50, 77 to 160, and that's just the beginning. When it makes it to 160, it has a very long way to go to get to its all-time high. $14.90 to about $459. Phenomenal probabilities in Tornado Cash. But moving right over to XCN, we are building higher lows, which is what we want to see exactly. We had that major push up with the volume increase, and then we had the retracement to keep it healthy, holding a higher low. We are testing through the CM Guppy. It is getting a little bit weaker, so the next test will be testing off this 200 EMA, and if we can get over that, we could expect that push to this downward red trend line. It's still roughly the same scenario from about 3 days ago. For those of you who keep checking back in on XCN specifically, definitely check out the other videos I have posted, because you're going to need an exit strategy whenever you start making profit on XCN. However, don't pull out early. That's the main thing. You will start regretting what you've been waiting these months for 2x, maybe 3x. There's a lot more X's to be coming after 1 cent. 10 cents is the next minimum. It's got a very long way to go. So when you start seeing your account increase in price and increase, definitely keep an eye on the market, but make sure that you're not selling too early. There will be pullbacks that'll make you second guess your decision on holding. If you're not selling a portion of your profit and then rebuying those dips, do not sell at all and wait for the next push up, as you will make more money than trying to scalp some of that within that area. When we get to that point in time, I will start moving into the 4-hour chart, and we'll start looking at it a little bit more in person on exit strategies for quick gains or anything in between. But keep an eye out, and we'll get back into XCN. The reason I'm bringing up XRP with XCN is because this crypto as well as XLM are going to be tax-free for the capital gains tax, which is major. Imagine saving 25% or more on everything that you win. But we see clearly that we are forming an inverse head and shoulders. We got that test off the downward wedge or downward channel, and the 200 EMA is coming up nicely. CM Guppy is getting stronger. If we can close above this 3.1, we're expecting to move up to the 3.39, maybe a little higher, before we might get a little rejection around here at the previous all-time high. But you can stake your XRP and earn passive income on the money that is continuously gaining in profit. It's at $3. This is expected to be $10,000 by 2030. So if you're getting it at $3 and just holding and staking, earning a percentage like 3, 5, even 20% on XRP, this is a very good bet to put your money in. XRP, XCN, XYO, and QNT are some of my top picks for this bull run. And right now we are seeing an amazing pattern form for XRP to hit new all-time highs. None of this is financial advice, but XLM is doing something similar. We could readjust this downward trend line, say it's more of a wedge, get rid of all of this nonsense that's in here, and we have the push out of the wedge, a test of that downward trend line, holding it as support at the 0.5 on the Fibonacci, and we need to close above this previous high at 0.4 for a major move up, potentially all the way to 0.64 or even a little higher before getting a little rejection and testing that 6.4 as support, and then a new all-time high. And if you can save that 25% on XLM or XRP for capital gains tax, that's a huge bonus. You could say the similar thing with H bar, like this downward wedge, holding above the 200 EMA, holding above the 0.5, trying to create that new support at 0.382, and that downward line holding support as well. There is no RSI on this chart at the moment, but I imagine it's very healthy as this 200 EMA is keeping nice and close to this previous low and starting to curve upward with the rest of the market. That's it for this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Reference link in the description below to trade Tornado Cash. And good luck. Have fun with it. I will see you on the next one.